Hi everybody, welcome to Days to Fitness. My name is Anne and I'm going to be sharing with you 5 exercises to help reduce tension and stiffness in your neck and back as well as relieve pain. The first movement we're going to be doing is called the child's pose. You want to find a nice comfortable place to lay out on the ground. You can do this on the carpet, on the floor, or on a yoga or exercise mat like I have. You're also able to do this without shoes so that you're nice and comfortable. We're going to get down on our hands and knees. You want to make sure that your weight is directly above your wrists, so shoulders are lined up, and knees directly beneath the hips. From here, you can turn your toes down or up, whatever you feel is more comfortable for you. We're going to take a big inhale. With the exhale, you're going to press your hips down towards your heels. If you can't make it all the way, that's okay. Bring your hands up, and as best as you can, begin to bring your forehead down to the floor. It's important that you relax your forehead down to the floor, whether you're up really high or whether you can come down all the way, because bringing the forehead to the floor is what's going to relax your entire body. And this is going to be a great stress relief. It's a great recovery pose, and it's just all around good for reducing all that soreness and stiffness. So make sure that you get into this as comfortably as possible. Nothing should hurt, nothing should be in pain, and just breathe deeply as you relax here. The next pose we're going to come to is the cat-cow. You're simply going to come back up to hands and knees, making sure again that the shoulders are above the wrist and the knees are below the hips. From here, you can either tuck your toes for support or leave them down, whatever works. You're going to have your back in a neutral position. You can see that it's nice and flat, your head is up, your shoulders are not sagging, it's not lazy in any sort of way. This cat-cow is going to stimulate the central nervous system, and it's going to reduce the tension in the neck and the spine. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, lifting our gaze up to the sky. We're dropping the belly and lifting the tailbone. As we exhale, we're doing the opposite reverse motion, dropping the head, arching the back, hollowing out the belly, tucking the tailbone, and pushing the shoulders away from the floor. So again, inhale, putting a nice scoop in the low back, lifting the chin, pressing your hands down into the floor so your shoulders are not up by the ear. You're pressing the shoulders away from the ear. And then exhale, making a nice round back, curving the top of the back, and dropping your head beneath your arms. So let's go ahead and do this a couple times with the breath. Inhale. This is cow pose. Exhale. Cat pose. This is also going to improve circulation and digestion. So you can do this several times following your breath. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. From here, the next movement we're going to be doing is called the lumbar rotation stretch. You want to find a comfortable place to lay down on the ground, legs out. Make sure you get there nice and comfortably. From here, making sure both of your hips are on the ground and your shoulder blades are nice and flat, we're going to raise one knee bent up and then rotate it over that opposite leg. You're going to place this arm behind you, keeping both shoulders on the ground and looking in the opposite direction of your twist. This is going to wake up that central nervous system, relax the spine. It's a great stress relief. It's amazing. You don't have to twist so far. Make sure you breathe in deep to the twist. And then most importantly, as you exhale, come to center. Make sure that you do the other side. From here, we can just come back and reset. And laying on the back on the ground, we're going to place our knees up, bending them and keeping both feet flat on the ground. Our next movement we're moving into is called the deep glute stretch, We're basically gonna bring one ankle above that knee, open that knee so that's perpendicular to that leg. So without pressing, you can tell that my knee is kind of facing towards my face here. We're gonna open it up and out. And then from here, as best as possible, we're gonna bring that knee by lifting that bottom leg towards our chest. You can either hold behind your hamstring, bringing it closer, or if you're more flexible, reach around to the back of that knee and bring it towards your chest. You still wanna maintain a nice relaxed position with your torso, so keeping both shoulders on the ground, both sits bones on the ground, or your hips here, and just staying nice and even on the ground. Breathing in deeply into that stretch. Of course, in any of these single leg stretches, we're gonna switch and do the other side. You're gonna feel a really good compression in the hips, which is where a lot of stress comes from, and also a good stretch in the glute here. And the glute, when it's really tight, can pull at your lower back, which causes tightness in your upper back. Everything is connected, so making sure that this is nice and stretched out, as well as relaxed, is going to help reduce all that stiffness and any pain that you might have in your back. The last movement we're going to do is called the knee to chest. We're just gonna extend both of our legs like this. Again, bring one knee up just like we did earlier, and then take your hand behind that knee and pull it towards your chest. If you need a little bit more looseness in that, you can just pull the back of your hamstring as we did in the glute stretch and bring it as close to your chest as possible while maintaining both hips and shoulder blades on the ground. Remember, your whole upper body is relaxed in doing this. It shouldn't feel tense or tight. You shouldn't feel like your abs going on. It's just nice and relaxed, and you're just passively stretching as best as you can until you feel that tension. Again, this is going to compress the hips. In this stretch, the actual benefit comes from when you release. So when you release, make sure that you relax, stay open, focus on relaxing that hip, and again, do the other side. So compressing that hip, we've stretched out the glute. Now we're gonna release the front side of the hip as well. And as I said before, everything's connected. So this is gonna help reduce any of that back pain you may have. When you're done, make sure you lay down and relax for a few moments. And I hope you enjoyed this video, helping reduce any stiffness or soreness or pain you may have in your neck and back. My name is Anne, and thank you so much for joining me.